Welcome back everybody to Forza Motorsport. So we're continuing on with the Spirit of Forza Motorsport 20th Anniversary Tour, and continuing on with Spirit of Forza Motorsport 2 Championship. So I believe we did alright in the previous two races, so let's see what we can do with the Fair Lady Z in the next two. So we're at Road Atlanta on the short course for 7 laps. So not my favourite version of this track, but it's still a decent track overall. Do much prefer the Grand Prix version though, with the 2 long back straights. Regardless, so it should be fun. Looks like it's going to be raining as well, so we've got that to deal with. So steering standing so far, as you can see, we're only a point behind 4th place, but there is some distance between us and 3rd, 2nd and especially 1st, so we did do alright in the previous 2 races, but we definitely could have done better. But that's just the way it goes. The race sometimes doesn't always go as planned, and this is why, which is what I stated in the previous episode, I haven't upgraded the difficulty or reduced my position in the grid order, because even though I do have some success at times, as you can see right now, we're only in 5th place in the championship overall, so it is rather hit or miss, and I think it's at a good level right now. So yeah. Right, rain-wise, well, obviously we don't have wet tyres on this car, just have normal stock tyres. And we are obviously on the rear-wheel drive, and we do have far more power on the rear end than we did originally, so the rain could play a part in making this oversteer more, but I don't think it would be too bad, to be honest. Traffic is more of a concern, if I'm being brutally honest. It's not a very long course, this long track, this one, and there are a lot of narrow bits as well. It's a bit silly by me. I'll go through a gap that really wasn't there. A little bit of rubbing, but nothing.
Time penalty is 0.5 seconds.
I'd love to know which collision that was, because we barely grazed this Mitsubishi here. Let's go all the way back past the Mustang. Maybe it took the side swipe on the Mitsubishi as something intentional, but it really wasn't. Mustangs had trouble there coming out of that corner. We've got 6th place now. I really want to get above at least 4 more, so we're above where we are in the championship. Should be faster than that Mitsubishi, which is a bit overweight as far as sports cars like that go. But it does have all-wheel drive, which we don't. These rainy conditions, it will be dealing with a bit better than we will. We have caught up quite a bit. We were 2 seconds ahead at the end of the last lap, and now they're only a second ahead, and less. This car's feeling a lot better suited to this track than I believe how it handled the last one. out of shape there. Yeah. Really out of shape coming into one corner really puts you out for the next few, and especially when you've got a tight right-hander coming up, which does not favour a car that has understeer. So it seems to be really rather sharpish on the straights compared to the ones in front, but whether or not our handling is as good, we'll have to see. Yeah, this car does have a fair bit of understeer. Obviously it's got quite a sizable engine up front, but regardless, do need to take that into consideration, the understeer. And obviously, with it being wet, we do have less grip up front, so yeah, we're going to have to slow down a fair bit, I feel. Just letting off the throttle a little bit there really did help keep the car in check. You don't always have to brake. Those curbs are very easy to suddenly lose traction and let the rear end go. And then a slight dab into the gravel. I do apologise for all these rewinds, but I do like to get the race as competitive as possible, and these mistakes on my part are not helping me in that. Finally got into 5th. Can we get 4th as well? Or at least I would like to. It took several laps to get past one car, and then it took less than a lap to get past another. That's the way it goes sometimes, I guess. Got another Mustang that looks a little bit wayward up front. Got the corner wrong again. I don't think I let off the throttle enough, to be honest. About 100 mile an hour is what this car can do with this form that I've upgraded it in. Absolutely butchered that corner. Gaining on the Mustang despite that car having a far bigger engine than we do. get past him in the last lap. It's fine, we don't need it for another 2 laps, we need one more.
Last lap.
Fuel level, that is. That's what it's doing for them. Really in the Mustang, but I don't think we're going to do enough to do so. Get past it. Yeah, that was a close one. It's just a shame that it took so long to get past the Mitsubishi, because then we weren't really able to break through anymore. Oh dear. Oh well. Just about got across the finish line there. You see, yeah, we moved up 8 places in the grid, but yeah, it's just a shame that we couldn't get past that Mustang to get into a podium position, unfortunately. But still, regardless, that has moved us up 1 position in the leaderboard for the championship overall. So we're level pegging for points with 3rd, and we're 4 points behind 2nd. So 3rd or 2nd is on the cards, but it's highly unlikely we'll get 1st even with a win. So yeah, but nonetheless, let's get on to that 4th and final race and see just what we can do. So we are actually able to upgrade this car now to B class. Usually it's after the 2nd race that you can do that, so I don't know why it's now only after the 3rd. But yeah, regardless, we are going to improve our handling with the improvement of tyres. So we're going to get into sport tyres, and we'll also widen the tyres as well, front and rear. Both of those will help a great deal. We'll also chuck out a bit of weight to compensate for those tyres now being on there. What does this do for us? Cruise acceleration. That's with the clutch. What can we do engine wise? Extra 20 horsepower will do nicely. Then springs and dampers, yeah, we'll do those. So yeah, we've lightened it now even further. Got wider tyres front and rear, better grip on those tyres as well, slightly lower suspension, more power, and a better gearbox, better clutch, and such and such. So yeah, we can now do 0 to 16 4.478 seconds, 0 to 110.736 seconds, and going to a top speed of 187 miles an hour. So that will help us handily on the final race, which is at Suzuka Circuit Full, for 3 laps. So yeah, significantly less laps this time around than the previous race, but obviously this is a longer circuit. The last one was only what, 1.8 miles or something like that, whereas this is comfortably more than 2.
Suzuka features noticeable elevation changes, high-speed straights, and a mix of almost every
so yeah,
type.
theoretically we have the performance in terms of straight line speed now, although we already did originally, to be honest, but we have the handling to complement that extra power and torque. No, we're not on slick tyres or anything like that, but the sport tyres we're on will certainly make a massive difference to this car's handling. Should hopefully make the understeer less prevalent. Let's see if we can get a good position. intentional whatsoever. I was on the brakes when it happened. In fact, I figured my brakes would have helped slow me down regardless, so it's a lesson learned there, hopefully. Nissan spun out a Mustang there. It's going to be a big penalty for them. Into 7th we go. Let's hopefully not linger in this position like we did for a while in the last race. Or was it 6th? 6th that we're leading up, but regardless, we were in a single position for that previous race for quite some time. Let's unleash our power, come on, gain on the Sylvia. This guy up front got a second penalty for that spin of the Mustang, which to be honest isn't all that much. I was expecting it to be 2.5 or something like that. But regardless, we're in 5th, going on to the second lap. Hopefully we get past the fellow Nissan into 4th. Let's try and get a podium this time at least. Were faster than the Mustang up front in the last race, in a straight line at the very least, so should stand true here even now. Obviously we have both upgraded into B class, but that car probably had to concentrate more on handling than anything, given it did have handling issues in the last race. Inside line. Oh, Mustang did not like that. Really was angry about that. But regardless, we've got into a podium position just before we get into the last lap.
Final lap. You got this.
Sylvia up front, I believe. I'm not sure what's in first. Should get past the Sylvia before the end of the next straight. Fellow Nissan up front. Cool. Right, come on, let's get past the Sylvia. Stretch that V6. Bit of a cheeky overtake, I guess, but worked. Not quite enough time to get up to first place, but still a really, really good run through the grid. Imagine if we had another lap, we would have hopefully gotten at least right behind first place, but still, second place is really good. The car performed mostly well. Some handling issues in terms of, you know,
Nice work
lack
out
of
there.
grip at high speed corners or whatever, but yeah, did really well there. Really enjoyed that one, and yeah, that has moved us up into a podium position for the final race and the end of the championship. So yeah, that was a pretty good race that was, and overall a decent championship. Obviously these championships are forcing you into a car that you might not necessarily drive, you know, if you had the choice, and I certainly probably wouldn't decide to choose this car over, say, other cars in its class, but it was still overall an enjoyable car, and when it came to the upgrades it wore them well, and yeah, was overall pretty solid. So yeah, nonetheless, so thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.